Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Mentorship Corner. My name is Sibiano Mtandazo and I'm your host as always. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining the family. Don't forget to click the red subscription button down below. Don't forget to like and to share with your family and friends if of course you love our content. So guys, before I even begin with today's video, okay, now I'm sorted. Before I begin with today's video, I just want to say thank you so much. First to everyone that I interviewed, all those young business people and those young entrepreneurs that I interviewed. I would like to thank Esihle, I would like to thank Usphelele, I would like to thank Usbahle, I would like to thank Uzandile, and I would like to thank Ubongani. For basically, guys, I want to say thank you for agreeing to the interviews. I know I kind of tapped into your comfort zone. You know, sometimes you don't want to share because there's like a lot of things that you had to go through just to get to where you are at this point in your lives. But you guys actually let me in. And you allowed me to ask you the questions that I wanted to ask you, which were questions to actually help my viewer at home. You guys allowed me that privilege, you guys allowed me that advantage, and for that I am forever grateful. I want to just say thank you, and thank you. Ngiyabonga kakhulu, guys. The second people I want to thank is you guys sitting at home and watching me right now. I just want to say thank you so much. I've been looking at my channel numbers, and the response the June edition got is by far the best response my channel has received in any of the videos that I've uploaded, like any of the videos. So for that I am so grateful and I'm very thankful, guys. Ngiyabonga kakhulu for your support. I know it's only the beginning, and you guys probably still trying to get to know me better as a YouTuber, and you guys are still trying to know me better as the virtual mentor that I call myself, and the Mentorship Corner, basically the YouTube channel. I just hope that you guys learned lessons from the interviews, and that all the lessons that you guys learned, you're actually going to go and then implement them in your lives and in your businesses going forward. Now, with that said, okay, let's put emotions aside. With that said, I just want to say welcome to today's video. So on today's video, we're talking something money. I'm not guys. So I am going to be discussing a few ways in which you can finance your business in 2020, basically. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to be discussing all things around, let me not tell you, like, it's going to get less interesting. Anyways, stay tuned, guys. I'm going to be telling you all exactly how you can go about financing your business, actually your startup business in 2020, things you can consider, and basically where you can find this type of information. So yes, stay tuned. I love y'all, and enjoy the video. First, there are about 4 ways. So there are about four ways in which you can finance your business. So the first and very easiest way is basically to finance it yourself, obviously. So if you want to start a business and you don't know how to start, basically you don't know where to get money to finance, start saving money to finance that business. So that's basically the first option that you can use to start to finance your business. It's to save money, so to have savings that you've been saving for that particular venture that you want to start in your business, basically, and then, you know, use that money to finance the startup of your business. Startup expenses. Oh my gosh, it's English, guys. Startup expenses for your business. That's like the first and easiest way. The second way is to ask your family and your friends. So this is a bit of a tricky one because you can ask them to borrow your money, keeping in mind that there's like a two-way. So you can either ask them to borrow your money as in you're going to pay it back, or you can ask them to give you money as in you are not going to give them back. So basically if I were your family member right now, thinking with you asking me to borrow the money, I would make sure I have like a contract or an agreement, because obviously I would want my money back. I'm kidding, guys. But anyways, that is the second method that you can use to finance a business, where you can actually ask your family and friends to support your business. Obviously, with that said, I think you can combine that with the first option, or the first method, which is you saving up to finance your business, so that you can have like enough money to actually start. Yeah. The third option is to go to the bank, right? So I know, guys, I know. So in South Africa, stats show that banks don't generally just give money away to start up businesses. I'll give you the reason. The reason is basically because a startup business has way more chances to drop and just liquidate within the next 5 years, depending on the venture of the business. So banks are also a bit reluctant to give you money if you're a startup entrepreneur looking for funding and so that's like another option though. So I know different banks have like different loans, like business loans that you can take. Some loans are for you to start up your business, and some loans are for you to, you know, pump up your existing business. So that's another option. So you can look at different banks, basically check what they're offering, check how much money they're offering. Obviously when you do that, you would have known exactly the breakdown as to how much you need to start that business of yours. Now, so that's the third thing. I actually forgot the fifth thing. So there's 5, and then there's number 4, which is private investors. So if you guys watched before a Dragon's Den. So Dragon's Den is basically a platform where if you have a business idea that you feel may work in the industry, you go and present it to a panel of dragons. It's just basically entrepreneurs or business people who are sitting there with money in their bags, and they are your potential private investors. The thing is, with them, you have to present your idea and show them that it's going to work, and then they will then decide whether to invest in your business or not. Ne? So that's like another way. So apart from just going to Dragon's Den, obviously, but approaching private investors to actually pitch or present your business idea to them in hopes that they would actually finance your business at the end of the day. So that's like another option that you can use to actually finance your business. And then we've got the fifth and final option, which is obviously government. So with the government, they have like a lot of different like small organizations or funding organizations that actually fund SMEs, black owned businesses, like different business ventures, startup businesses, and so I'm going to mention, because the government one is a bit long there, I'm going to be reading from my phone, guys. I'm going to be reading from my phone. I am just going to mention the ones that I found on the government website. So basically I just wrote funding for like startup businesses, and then the government page pulled up, and then I went in there, and then I found a few of the organizations name. The first one is called SEFA or SEFA, I don't know. So it was established in 2012, and it's basically the SEFA, it's an acronym for Small Enterprise Finance Agency. So it basically helps startup businesses and small businesses. So here it says so basically they can either give you funds or they can grant you a loan. So I don't know, I think depending on like careful, guys, but basically I will link, so all the government ones that I'm mentioning, I will link all the emails, the call center that you can call, and basically the website that you guys can visit at on the description box in the video name. So basically small enterprise finance agency, they either grant loans or they give so they grant you a loan, or they would give you basically funding. They would either grant you funding or they would grant you a loan as to help you to start up your business. That's basically option 1. Option 2 is NEF. NEF, it says If you are directly involved in your business and need funding between 250,000 to 75 million rands, the National Empowerment Fund, which is NEF, may be able to help. It is mandated to offer financial and non-financial assistance to Black-owned businesses. So they say funding decisions are guided by the Industrial Policy Action Plan across a variety of sectors. So startups can qualify for funding of up to about 10 million rands. So they say they also offer assistance for rural and community development, franchise finance, and new industry development. Again, I will drop off the links to everything on the comment section, on the description down below. And then we have CEDA. Guys, I'm just reading, don't judge me. CEDA, it's basically it stands for Small Enterprise Development Agency. So it's an initiative of the Department of Trade and Industry, which is available to give guidelines and training to entrepreneurs and assist with the processes needed to access funds, such as drawing up a business plan. So basically, they don't give you money, but so they don't give you money, they don't hand out money, but they will actually help you get all the necessary documentation and all the necessary things that you actually need to actually be able to access funding. I hope, guys, I'm making sense. And then we have finance assistance. So basically, finance assistance, but it's SOC, so it's Small Enterprise Finance Agency. But it provides financial products and services to qualifying small, medium, and micro enterprises, which are SMEs and cooperatives. Again, I will leave all the documents, all the details as to how you guys can find them. And then the FinFind. So basically, this one says it is for SMEs who are seeking finance with appropriate lenders. I think maybe like they're talking about banks. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. And then let's see what's the next one. Then we have the last one, NEF. NEF for Bati, its role is to support broad-based Black economic empowerment. So BBEE. It anticipates future funding and investment requirements to help Black individuals, communities, and businesses achieve each element of the codes of good practice. So guys, like, the list is endless. I know there's also NYDA. I know there's also some businesses which offer funding for other Black owned businesses like Bala World, or other basically private. Basically, if you want to start a business, Google which companies are offering funding. That's the first thing. If Google see the bank doesn't approve of funding and basically you don't have enough cash, in your pocket to fund that business, then you can also go the government route. I've just listed out a few places where you guys can actually find funding in the government. So I know it's still during the whole coronavirus pandemic, so it's not necessarily guaranteed that you can still get funding now immediately, because right now the government is also moving its resources towards trying to fight against the pandemic. So when I went to their website, these are the organizations that were listed on the website. So if you want funding now, my suggestion would be for you to actually apply and see if they will be able to respond to you immediately, or they will tell you that everything is paused and you would have to wait until after the pandemic. So basically, those are the top 5 ways that you can fund your business in 2020 as a young entrepreneur who is wanting to start that business today. So the first method is to self-fund. Basically, if you can save enough money to start that business, then great, do that, my baby. Number 2 is to ask your family and friends. Obviously, number 2 has to be accompanied with number 1, so that it makes sense, because I can't be giving you money if when you're not willing to put anything on the table, because I'm losing, and when you're not losing anything, so I think it also goes with, so that you can appreciate the money. I don't know if I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense. The third way is for you to go to the bank. So pick your bank of choice, see what their interest rates are, and see if they can grant you a business loan. The fourth way is to get a private investor. So private investors are business people, entrepreneurs who are already existing in the market and who are looking to fund small businesses that are actually starting up. So what you would do to get funding from a private investor is you would have to first approach them, second book an appointment with them, third then pitch your idea in front to them, so that if they like your idea and if they think it's going to work, then they would fund your business. The fourth and I think the last thing is to basically turn to your government, because they do have some organizations which offer financial assistance to starting businesses and small businesses. So I think I've covered everything when it comes to starting out finances that you need to start a business in 2020 if you are in South Africa, of course. So yeah guys, I hope this video was educational. If you've got any questions, please do leave them on the comment section down below, and I will be sure to tackle them as best as I can. Don't forget that I love y'all and I want y'all to keep winning and to stay winning all the time. So from me and the Mentorship Corner, it is goodbye for now. I love you guys a lot. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. From me and the Mentorship Corner, this is goodbye. Mwah.